Well, he's eating. That's good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunday. I'll go ahead and start by saying if you haven't seen yesterday's vlog, you should watch that because today will almost certainly be a continuation of yesterday's vlog. So last night we sat on the couch with Cap for a while. He relaxed. He was chill. We went to bed and he didn't put up a big fight about food, which means I don't think he was super hungry. When I woke up this morning, he was sleeping on the bed with us, acting pretty normal. He didn't seem lethargic or anything. He just seemed his normal self, even though he really hadn't eaten much of anything in a day. And his feeder goes off with dry food at 5:30 a.m. And by the time we got up, it was later. So I came downstairs and, I was looking and I don't see any signs that he's puked. It doesn't look like he has. So that's good. And at least he got a little bit of food, which might have been why he was acting pretty normal this morning, is that he had eaten at 5:30. So I'm still, not giving him the Tiki Cat. I'm still just giving him the prescription wet food, the science diet. And in order to get him to eat that science diet, I put more kibbles in it, and he was over there eating, so I don't know how much
he just walked away, so you can go look.
Yeah, I don't know how much he finished, but oh my God, he cleaned the plate.
I mean, this again.
cleaned it. Wow. Good job, buddy.
We don't think dry food's the problem.
Well,
he's had dry food this entire good streak.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I believe it's probably a in moderation type thing. If he was eating just the dry food, I think he would have problems.
Yeah, I think so too.
But a little bit is fine because in theory, what's happening is that it's the inflammation, right? So if he gets too much inflammation, that's when bad things start happening. And if he's only getting, a small portion of dry throughout the day, that's probably fine. But if we went to the, where we were mixing his prescription food and the Tiki Cat, obviously he's getting a lot more of that. There's another theory here, something we didn't talk about yesterday, but there's another theory, and the theory is perhaps, maybe, Kepler has an allergy specifically to fish. All of the Tiki Cat stuff that we're giving him is seafood. And we're giving him that because when we gave him an initial Tiki Cat run a long time ago, a year ago, I don't know when, we tried a bunch of different foods, and he really gravitated towards the seafood stuff. However, the foods that he was on, the prescription foods that he's on, the Royal Canin, is rabbit. So we're trying to think outside the box here. We're like, well, if there is any chance that some of his problems are stemming from the fact that maybe he is allergic to seafood, then it might be worth changing the protein and finding him some food that is not seafood. We also have some precedent to believe that he is allergic to at least some seafood. And the reason is when we were giving him Tiki Cat originally,
testing flavors
and testing all those flavors, there was one flavor that, consistently made him sick to the point that we eventually stopped giving it to him, and that was mackerel. Anytime that he had any of the foods that had mackerel in it, he always got sick. And eventually we concluded after, a lot of different testing that it must be the mackerel food. So we stopped giving it to him. So he's at least allergic, I would think, to that. So maybe there is a reason to believe.
Chicken.
Yeah.
He doesn't like chicken because we had tried chicken tiki and he just didn't want it.
Well, he's never been a fan of chicken food. So, that's when you said we haven't been using the term ZD. Science diet.
Oh, it's the science diet.
The science diet is chicken flavor. So, it might be why he doesn't love it so much. So, anyway, we formulated a plan. That's what it comes down to. We formulated a plan, and that plan is we are going to go out today and we are going to
go to a boutique.
Yeah, we're gonna go find another food. He in the past has really enjoyed the Stella and Chewy freeze-dried food. It can be served as a treat. It can be served as food. It comes in a variety of different proteins like rabbit or duck. And it's also a very, very high quality food, no fillers. So we're thinking we can try and get a hold of that and start mixing that in with his prescription food and see how he does. Yeah, and that's kind of all we're going on. We don't really have a whole lot of other stuff that we think we can try, but this is just an alternate way of thinking of like, okay, well, because again, the Tiki Cat, high quality food. I would recommend Tiki Cat to anyone. It's at the top of so many charts. That being said, if it's coming down to him being allergic to seafood, then he probably shouldn't eat seafood, and that could be where the problem is stemming. So, yeah, we're gonna go out and find some different food, and hopefully that'll do good. Also, there's always a chance that the whole thing's blown out of proportion, and he was just having a little tummy trouble, and he'll be fine. I don't know, but I know that him not eating for a day is not great, so we have to
get something he'll eat.
Yeah, and if we can get this other stuff and it works, then that's good enough for me. So we went to a few pet stores, and we got the food that we were looking for, and now we're just over at Moe's grabbing a bite to eat. I learned recently from Thomas that there's two types of Moe's, because one of the Moe's is a catering Moe's, and the other Moe's is a non-catering Moe's. And if you go to a catering Moe's, you can't get access to mushrooms. I really like mushrooms on my burrito, and you can only get them at a non-catering Moe's. Now, why Thomas knows so much about Moe's, I have no idea, but his information is helpful. So we're back home, and he is eating. That is his vet food. That's a science diet, but it's mixed in with these. And these...
This one.
Well, yeah, the rabbit and not duck, but this is the concept. They're these little freeze-dried things. And these were actually sent in a long time ago, years and years and years ago, to mail. And both of the boys really love them. And over the years, we've gotten them occasionally. And the cats have always really liked them. But they are also, they're not just a treat. They're a meal supplement. They're a meal. So we'll see. We gave him rabbit, and we'll see how that goes. And I mean, there's so many other factors that could possibly be at play, right? Mal and I were talking about the fact that, and this is unusual, there's been many times in the past few months where we've went back to Myrtle Beach, and when we do, we schedule him food, his dry food, and he gets that all day. That's the only thing he gets all day. And why does he not puke when that happens? I have no idea. I'm not sure. It still is just one day, right? So it's just one day of that happening in a sea of not getting that. So maybe that's it. Or maybe that food, the dry food that he's eating is a little bit more balanced between the proteins and the fats and everything that he needs. And I don't know. I really don't. But the worst thing that can happen is that he doesn't eat. And that's even worse than him puking, right? So we have to make sure that he eats. And, he will be going to the vet. We have an appointment. So we're just going to keep watching him and try to make sure that he's consuming food, he's getting nutrition. And then whatever we can do to make him, not throw up, obviously we'll be working on that too. So it's just definitely been a stressful 24 hours for sure. But I think Keppa's going to be okay. I think that's the sentiment here, and I want people to know that his stool is fine, and we can get him to eat. It may not be always the exact thing that he needs to eat, but we can get him to eat. So I think Kep will be all right. It's just navigating this, which is a huge headache, and we also worry about him too, because part of this is pain. And I don't want him to be in pain, and I don't want him to have to deal with anything he shouldn't. So we'll take care of him. I'm just glad to see him over there eating something and enjoying it. As an update, I just wanted to say that he licked the bowl clean again. Well, at least you like it. That's good. So we're sitting down to kind of a late dinner, And I am happy to report, you can see him back there on that cardboard. I'm happy to report no pukes, no puking today. He seems to just, in general, be doing a lot better. And what specifically was the problem? Did we help by switching him over to a thing? Like, who knows? I don't know. I'm not sure. We will see a vet next month. And we're just trying to take care of him, until then. But the fact that he didn't puke today is good. And he really, really loves that freeze-dried food. What I've been doing is I've just been taking the prescription food, the vet food, and then giving him the normal amount that I would, and then just sprinkling those freeze-dried treats on it. And that seems to do the trick. He seems to really, really like that. So, and it's rabbit, which is a different protein from the seafood that he had been eating. Anyway, tomorrow we're actually going back to Myrtle Beach. First time back in a month. It's been a while. I need a haircut, so I'm going to get a haircut tomorrow. Also, I got to give Dan something. I think we're going to go see Roland. And also, it's not my dad's birthday, but it's coming up, and we won't be back on my dad's birthday. So we'll kind of get a chance to celebrate my dad's birthday with him. I was a little nervous after what happened yesterday with Kepler, but after today, I feel a little more comfortable with him being here. And, we'll just schedule his dry food, and I'm sure he'll be all right. But we will see. He's going back over to his food. I think he still wants more. You can eat again if you want. I'll give you more food. Thanks for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?